What's up, everybody? It's Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Wasn't going to do this on Saturday, but I have to because I know the hate. Give you the prefix of the story. Military man making $40K a year. The military gives you great benefits, great health care. Well, anyway, his daughter has a very rare disease. And with the rare disease, they cover her basics, but they still go into debt about 15 grand. So the 15 grand, the man is like, me and my wife considered getting a divorce so she could get free health care. What he doesn't understand is our free health care is shit. It's shit. Medicaid, Medicare, it's shit. If you divorce your wife so that your daughter can get a combination of military benefits and free government Medicaid assistance, ask anybody who's been on government assistance. It's shit. And I can tell you right now, from doctors I know, from dentists I know, from eye doctors I know, they don't want to deal with the government. They only do that when they're first opening their practice or they really desperately need money. Yes, I'm wearing both. I know somebody's going to say something. The thing of it is it's crappy care. It's really, really, really crappy care. And we're like, everybody, we should change our healthcare system. Our healthcare system is the best in the world, and people fly from countries all around to come get it. People leave Toronto, Canada, drive into Chicago and get care because they are on wait lists sometimes. And even in their own countries, they've started to break out where they can have private insurance because money is the name of the game. Now in America, we won't let you die. We won't let you die. Now you'll get your health care, but you'll get the most basic, bare bone health care. There are some people's parents I know right now who have suffered strokes, and if they had better health care, they would probably be in a better position. Just being honest. So when I hear this story of this military man who's making 40 grand a year, basically say, I almost thought about divorcing my wife so she can get free health care for our daughter with this rare disease. I'm sorry. You know what you need to do? You need to drop them papers. You need to take the long process of getting out the military and go get you an $80,000 a year job. Because your daughter's 4 years old and she may live 10 more years, and that means you and your wife would be in debt of $150,000 in credit cards or whatnot. So you know what you need to do? You need to go get a job. You need to go get a higher paying job. Now, many people say, Erica, that's heartless. How dare you say that man needs to get a better job? That's just is. It's the facts. He needs to either go become an officer. He needs to move up in rank. He needs to do something. But you're talking about you want to divorce your wife over $15K a year when you could just go get a higher paying job? Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand that shit. It's a math problem. And a lot of times when I'm on the consults with people or I'm at meetup groups, people are like, oh my God, it's a math problem. You're tying emotion to it, being all dramatic, like I gotta divorce my wife, when common sense would say he needs to sit down with a grown man who is also someone who has a stay-at-home wife with a child, and guess what that man gonna tell him? You need to go get a higher paying job. That's what he's gonna tell him. This is when we don't have good community and good counsel. Someone needs to sit him aside and say, you know what, bro, I know you love the military, be all you can be. I know you love it, but guess what you need to do? You need to put them papers in because it's over. You have a daughter with a rare disease, and guess what? What if y'all have a second child with a rare disease? A second child. I mean, they have another child, but what if they have the third baby and the third baby has the same rare disease as the first child? They're not thinking, well, the military gives me great benefits. But if you were, and I'm just going to use trucking just as an example. I know somebody's going to get on me. Let's say he gets with the company because let's be honest, he's got a lot of TV time. A lot of news crews are like, oh, poor man. And you know what he should do? Use that TV time to go, I'm looking for a job. Anybody who's willing to pay me $80,000 a year, I am willing to get out of the military to go work with this company. And there will be a company, because he's a nice, decent looking white guy, who will hire him. I've seen it done, people. I go to a wealthy church and 3 or 4 people in there offered me a job when I first moved to Austin. They're like, girl, you working there? No, come work over here with us. Can pay you more, can pay you better. It's about who you know. It's about who you know. And now that you've got attention of the TV, yes, I'm doing the doubles. It's stupid, but it feels good for my eyes. Now that you got all this attention, don't use this attention to get a GoFundMe. Use this attention to go get a different job. And tell the government, hey. You know, mama be calling when I'm driving. He can become a trucker, entry-level Amazon service associate, Architect, 83,000 a year. All you need is certification, 68 hours classroom. See, they don't want to hear that shit though. That's what it is, Cam. And the reason I'm so angry is like 99% of the comments to the thing, where it's like thousands of comments, were, oh, the healthcare system, we need a redo. And you know what happens? We already have rationalized healthcare. Like, it's already rationed, right? Who gets the best care in America? Does anybody know? Please tell me who gets the best care in America. If anybody knows in the comments, please put it in there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Old white people in the last 6 weeks of their life. Now, many of you are gonna be like, Erica, don't bring in race. I'm not bringing in race. I'm just telling you, the reason we have all these lawsuits and the government is throwing up a fit is they're saying the last 6 weeks of most people's life, the hospital does everything. I mean, they go overboard. That's right, seniors. They go overboard with every single test that you can think of. They go overboard. They do transplants. They do all this stuff. And the reason people were so upset about Obamacare was because they were like, death panels. Oh, they're not going to let you get a hip replacement. I'm sorry. If you're 95 years old and you got bad lungs, bad eyes, bad kidneys, are we going to give the money to get you a brand new hip? If you live in Toronto, you're going to be on a wait list. If you live in Canada, you're going to be on a wait list. If you live in Europe, you're not getting that hip. But in America, we'll give you that brand new hip. We'll give you that brand new hip. You could be 95 years old, kidneys going down, everything is failing. And they might determine, well, you know, he can pay for it, so he gonna get his hip. Look at George Soros. Looks like a ball of death walking around. But guess what? He's getting $1 million health care. Now, maybe you'll say, well, Erica, see, that's why we need it to be equal. We need it to be equal. No, honey, it'll never be equal. It'll always go to people who have insurance. Now, you can argue from the other percent of, Erica, what about if we made insurance companies compete across states? That is the best answer. But guess what? So much lobbying, so much lobbyist money goes against that. That's the only way you get cheaper healthcare. Now, I remember when I was at Papa John's and I was leaving. And, you know, funny thing about Papa John's, my friends have been sending me all these comments because they're like, you used to work there. So they send me all these like jokes about Papa John's dudes saying the N-word. I don't even care. The thing about Papa John's is they made their managers have health care. Because if you drop dead, not only did they have a policy on you, they wanted to make sure your family had some money so they weren't trying to come for Papa John's neck. Right? Think about it. We had a manager, he wasn't gay, but he had went to prison and he had his front teeth knocked out. Now, I ain't saying nothing about white dude, but we were like, either you on meth or somebody knocked your teeth out in prison. So what happened? Never got his teeth fixed. One day, somebody from corporate came down and said, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take tomorrow off. You're going to go to the dentist's office and you're going to get either some dentures or some placements. Because you pay insurance at Papa John's for 5 years, you should have had these teeth fixed. I mean, the thing is, people will hold to a job day and night and say, Erica, I can't quit my job because I got all these healthcare benefits. But they ain't taking off work to go get their teeth cleaned. They ain't taking off work to go get checkups. They ain't taking off work. They're not even using the benefits. That's how the health insurance company is making a racket off you, because you don't even call out sick on your job, because some people are in so much debt they can't even call out sick on their job. They can't afford to miss a day. I mean, again, Chipotle, when they had all that food, the food virus thing going on all these places, it was from somebody with dirty hands who came to work sick, fever, sick, touching food. I mean, I've worked at Jason's Deli back in the day, and all those Hispanic people, whether they were sick or not, they came to work, and you'd be looking at them like, are you all right? They'd be sweating and everything. You'd be like, you all right? All kind of cross-contamination. So anyway, well, I mean, Cam, he had been there for 5 years, yo, and they were like, look, you've been making $70,000 as a manager at Papa John's for 5 years now. You've been paying $400, almost because he had a wife, $400 almost in insurance every month, and you ain't got your teeth fixed. And I, you know, honestly, if he would have pressed it, that he could have like wrote that guy up on HR, but the guy was corporate, right? And he wanted to keep his job, right? Because you can't come to work and tell somebody they need to get their damn teeth fixed. But like, he did it anyway. He didn't care. It was a black guy higher up. So anyway, my thing is, you know, life costs. Shit costs money. And like, you know, the real problem is people are, in order to go next levels, you're going to have to get the skills. Now, I'm going to go back and read what Cam said, and I'm going to make that be the point about certifications. I keep talking about certifications, and I know everybody's like, don't go to college. I'm not saying go to college. I am saying go to community college. And I will talk to black kids every day of the week who are like, too good for community college. Did that just happen? It did. That's so crazy. Hold on, y'all. My camera. My mount doesn't love me anymore. Anyway, I talked kids all the time about community college, and they're offended. I remember my sister, I said something to her about community college, and she looked at me like, how dare I recommend that to her, right? So anyway, you got to get skills that are in demand. And that's the key. Like, a lot of people lately have been emailing me about, what do you think about Amazon, Erica? What do you think about Amazon? Shit, I don't think shit about it. I don't think shit about it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. The key here is, if you're going to use something, use it to your ability, whatever it is. Now, I just showed you earlier, if you're on my Instagram, you saw a picture of me on Snapchat showing a thing I bought from Snapchat, right? Well, actually, I bought it from Instagram. Hold on. I'm going to put my mount back up on this window. That's so disrespectful. It's a disrespectful mount. It may fall down again. Anyway, so I can see that mount being disrespectful. So the key here is, you got to get the skills. And people get so offended when you're like, but this is my job, and I love my job, and I love what I do, and I shouldn't have to get a different job to pay for my bills. In the world? Same thing this guy was saying in O'Shea Vlogcast show. You guys should go check O'Shea out sometime. He's very funny. He was saying it was like black dudes he was trying to get to work at the post office and work at UPS. And everybody was like, nah, man, I don't want to have to cut my dreads. I don't have to cut my hair. He's like, what are you, a woman? You worried about how your hair look instead of money in your pocket? And I can agree. There's a dude I know who got evicted 3 times each year in a row. And when you talk to him, people were offering him jobs. They're like, hey, bro, you can come over here. Hey, man, you come over here. Oh, no, man, my kids need me. Like, somebody offered him a trucking. Like, they were going to pay for his certification and everything. Give him to be a certified truck driver and everything. You know what he did? He was like, nah, I don't want to be on the road away from my kids. Shit, your kids need you to be stable. They need you to have some money in your pocket. You don't even see your kids because you're working food jobs. 2 food jobs back to back at Chili's and Logan Steakhouse all day. I mean, this shit's crazy. So, I just want to implore you guys to don't fall for these emotional stories. They're really trying to get you via the emotion, right? Via the emotion, like, oh, this poor guy, he only makes $40K a year. And Mind Over Matter, I think, said it earlier, women shouldn't marry broke men. But when you bring that up, they get hot. It's like, if you're over 30, I made a video, and I still to this day get hate mail. I'm saying, if you're over 40, the potential's over. And people are like, no, Erica, your whole channel is about changing and growing and being better. And I'm like, bro, if you're 40, you've developed habits. You didn't become that way overnight. You didn't get to 40 where you are now. You took a long time in your 20s and 30s developing habits to get where you are. That's what you did. And to act like I'm saying something crazy is not crazy. Now, kids, you start anew and have a new life at 40, and 40 to 60 you work a whole new job and a whole new career. Heck yeah, it's possible. What are the odds, though? You know what I'm saying? You've been on this track a while now. You know what I mean? Like, and people are like, what about Colonel Sanders? Colonel Sanders worked like 15 different jobs. You're not Colonel Sanders. He had like 15 different careers. You're not him. You've been working the same sorry jobs. So again, what's up, Derek Bailey? Erica Nicole say free is never a good thing, especially when it comes to healthcare. Okay? Mike Polar, fire. Mind Over Matter. That's why women shouldn't marry broke men. There's another thing I love seeing on the internet. And you know what I do? I just go troll. It's always these men posting about their bitter baby mama. And you know what I type in there? Choose better. Boy, I know that shit gets them so hot. I love doing it because I'm just want to troll. But 90% of the time you hear a woman have a bad horror story about her baby daddy or somebody, men are like, choose better. You should have choose better. And that's what I start saying. Anytime these men show me sad pictures of their baby mama and she being mean to them and she treating them bad, I just type in choose better. Sorry, you chose to lay with her. And I know Glenda says you're blaming the victim. I'm sorry. I come from old school family where it's like, choose better. Shouldn't have been trying to raw dog her. Shouldn't have been with her. Choose better. Same deal. It's like, you're in a position. Now make the next best decision. Right? Choose better. Build a business. Offer yourself healthcare through your business. One of the best decisions ever made. Erica Nicole. Cam. He can become a trucker, entry-level Amazon Web Services architect. Earn on average $83,000 a year. All you need is a certification, 6 to 8 hours classroom time needed to study and prepare. Again, entry-level Amazon Web Services architect. Earn an average of $83,000 a year. Make sure you guys hit the like button before you leave, because I know some of you are like, she crazy, I'm leaving. Information tech job is no joke. Erica, you're always on point. Thank you. Okay, Amazon, Oracle, Salesforce, Adobe all give quality healthcare. If he's focused on that, that's right. Okay. Google, AWS Solutions, Architect Certification. Ain't nobody want to hire somebody with ugly teeth. How can you be customer service facing the customer and repeat? You know what's funny? He would smile like, but trying to cover his teeth, and you'd be like, bro, if you just go get those fixed, you don't have to walk around like that. You know what I mean? So, Cam, you're a genius. Okay, that's right. I mean, listen, these companies, and then you know what's funny, Cam? I mentioned about more black people going into tech. And the first thing these black dudes said on O'Shea Channel was like, I like working with cars. I like working with my hands. Okay, well, damn, bro, this is not for you then. You stop telling every kid to go to tech. This is my problem. If you have everybody just doing exactly what they want to do, we have stories like this, where this man is whining and begging for free money because he wants to be in the military. He doesn't want to go get a higher paying job. He wants to be in the military and make $40K a year and shoot things. Bro, those years are over. It's done. Go get a higher paying job. You have a wife with 2 kids now. And you know what my mom said, which is very funny. I'm not going to tell too much because people will think my mom's tough. If the Army wants you to have a wife, they'd issue you one. And she says it all the time, and it cracks me up. She's like, if the Army wants you to have a wife, they'd have issued you one. And it's like, of course, these jobs, some jobs in the Army pay very little because you're not an officer, because you're not a special skill. Go check engineer jobs and tech jobs and administrative jobs in the Army. Different pay grade, bro. Hello, Alicia Anthony. Hello, Mentor Shelley. That's right. Do it, Cam. You can prepare for many of these certifications with a $20 Udemy course. You don't even need to pay $500 in-person class training. That whole class I was showing y'all about ATM to money course was about that. Like, there are all kind of gigs that I get that I don't even do. My friend and me share sometime. I like send her stuff and like we cut each other a little check. Like, here you go, girl. And it's like it's a lot of opportunity out there. It's hard for me to even. I get frustrated. Hence, I didn't do a couple of videos past couple of days because I've been busy. Many of these courses are in bundles so that you can get in the door and give you the training so you can get a $200,000 a year job if you pass entry level. That is the facts. Here in Austin, a lot of people are like, oh, do I need to get all these different certifications? And when you tell them no, really, does the job want you and can they train you? That's really where the money is. Broke don't pay bills. It really don't. Thank you. Joe Wilson. KA Hiring Transportation is hiring team drivers. 0.70 CPM, 75 cents of healthcare. Okay. 75 cents of healthcare pay for average. $155,000 a year. Sorry, I'm about to drive. Bella Fam is tripping. Good D and broke pockets don't go together. They don't. And there was this post. I really want to tell y'all why I'm so hot with this. There was a post where this young lady put broke, and she was black, unfortunately. She was like, broke people gonna have children and y'all just have to get over it. And it'd be funny if we say, you know what, yeah, y'all can have those children, but we're not gonna pay for it anymore. You're cut off. No Medicaid, no Medicare, no none of this shit. Because that's trying to live. That is not living. That's not living, bro. Of course, if it will give me good grasp of the subject and practical help to pass the exam. Well, see, mind over matter, that's good that you're gonna go ahead and get the courses or Udemy courses, because the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, I can't get, like, I'm not even joking. I talked to some people on the phone and they're like, can I get a Pell Grant for that? Bitch, this is you trying to improve your life. Pay out of pocket. If you want a better life, there's going to be some kind of sacrifice. And it just surprises me how people are like, well, I would love to take those classes, but, I can't pay. Well, colleges have payment programs. Not even loans. I'm talking about where you can make payments 6 months in advance before your class starts. So when someone tells me I just can't afford it, I'm like, you can't afford it for 8 months, 9 months. They'll let you make payments all the way from last semester. What you doing? That's all. You guys are seeing me driving through, going south and south and south and south and south to East Austin. That's why the road's so damn ratty. I don't fix them. Anyway. Yes, these courses are legit. Star Asia. Go on there. You can read the people's information. You can see how well qualified they are. You can see some of these people are certified trainers. They're doing Udemy because they're certified to train other classes, and they're just doing Udemy to make extra money. Who doesn't want extra money? I went to this place earlier, y'all, and it was like Haitian food, and I'm like, I'm trying to support, the Haitians. And the food was so spicy, I drank like a gallon of water. I was like, oh God, help me, Father God. So spicy. Why is she doing me like this? And the older lady came out like, is it good? I'm like, it's very good, ma'am. And I wanted to be like, why are you trying to burn my damn mouth off, ma'am? I got a lot of passion and fire in me, but it's because I can see, we have empathy as Americans. Like, we care about people. We want to make sure kids are okay. Nobody wants kids to be in pain or hurt in this country, but people are using that to a point where it's sad. Like, I'm telling y'all, I know a woman who was 40. She was 41 at the time, and all her kids, like doorsteps, they were gone. Like, their last years, they went and lived with their dad anyway. They went on out the door, and they like, as soon as the last one was going to college, right? Because they were literally like a set of twins and the youngest. So it was like 19, 18, gone. She literally got pregnant again, y'all. I'm not even being funny. Like, she got pregnant again, and everybody was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And in that moment, you realize she did not have a plan. Her original husband, military, good, smart, great guy, paid the way for her, and she didn't have a plan. And so she got pregnant with this military dude that was younger than her. How are you, a 32-year-old military dude, getting a 41-year-old woman pregnant? Didn't you see that setup coming, homie? Did you not see that? Did you not see she was looking for a way out, a paycheck for the next 18 years? I mean, she may see this video. She knows my family, but I ain't worried about it. I ain't scared. So here she is, 44 years old with a little baby. Shit's crazy. Save that money, Star Asia. So mind over matter, really, certifications can get you into the interview and can kind of get you in the door for that first and second interview. If you're already on the job and you're positioning for a different position of your job, I've seen certifications help. Like, my friend who's an engineer, he makes about $55 an hour. He's got some certifications off Udemy. He even sent me the courses he took off Udemy, because he was like, if you're trying to get just your foot in the door, you got to have something on paper, right? Something that works. If I was living in Thailand, something Salesforce Solutions Architect. Ooh, that sounds nice. I mean, I want to go overseas, but I don't know about Thailand so much. The reasoning for Udemy over those person and classes is the fact that you can rewind and repeat everything as much as you want. Yes, now on Udemy, I would say this, and I'm going to be nice. There are a lot of Indian teachers. So if you listen to the preview and you can't understand them, then don't purchase it. I'm just going to say it like that, because I've had a few people be like, the accent's really thick. And I'm like, well, you knew that when you went and did the preview. So always look for somebody you can hear, understand, and can work with. Y'all, this brewery is packed out. They in here for this alcohol today. Lucky for me, I have a very tiny car. And I'm going to park right between these people, and they're going to be pissed when they get back out. Yeah! Winning! Okay, so let's see what the rest of this is. Oh, okay. What we got going on? That glare is terrible. Can I mitigate this at all? This white car is like killing it. Okay, what does it say? You always put out amazing information and have best updated topics. Thank you. Mind over matter, entry level mean no experience in many cases. 2 to 5 years you can earn. Okay. Okay. Cool. Good day to all. Before you spend a dime on AWS training, make sure you take the free stuff that they have online. Okay. Good day, fam. Erica Nicole just spit out my drink. I don't know. What did I say? I'm sorry. Go through the free training and use YouTube so you know how to prepare yourself for the road ahead. Read the reviews as well. Real spicy, right? I'm like, all right, Haitians, like, you trying to kill all the germs in the food. Island food can be very spicy depending on the dish. So, here's the funny thing, Mentor Shelly. I was like, do y'all have oxtail? And they had that face like, that's Jamaican. And I was all like, whatever. Like, all your countries probably have oxtail. Stop fronting. trying to block this light, sorry. See, P City, I hate spicy food, need to taste it. Well, you know, I like Thai food. And it's pretty spicy at times. So I wasn't like, oh, I was like, okay. I would like to do a hands-on lab course. Okay, mind over matter. We Haitians love spicy dishes. Forgive us. It's all love. And I felt bad too saying that, oh, this is spicy. The older lady was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, she looked a little sad. I was like, no, it's fine. It's good. That's right, Maurice Anderson. John Hill, Thailand, super cheap. John Hill, if you make 10K a year in Thailand, you can live like a king. That's very true. See, here's my thing about people living overseas. Saving money, yes, living like if you're doing that for the first 1 to 3 years, cool. But at some point, you want to have enough money to go back and forth in America as you please. Like, that's really my whole purpose with YouTube and with all the stuff I do. Even with the venture I'm trying to partner with this guy to do, I want to have the ability to go back and forth as I please when I want to. So Singapore is where it's at, in NYC of Southeast Asia. Every video I've seen in Singapore is like, whoa. It's like lit and expensive and wow. Soul food rep. Yeah, I mean, you can see it on my Instagram, the food place I went to. Oxtail are associated with Jamaicans for sure. We do love our spicy food though. Yeah, I know. He just had that face like, that's Jamaican. Like, her son was in the trailer teaching his nieces how to do stuff. And then the mom was over there. And she was like, oh, I put extra gravy on it. I mean, it was just hot extra sauce, but she called it gravy. Yes, there you go. Mike B, 28. A lot of my friends say the same thing about fixing things. They learn how to fix things on their job. Woo! Chiang Mai. Erica, the sad thing part was when I was in Chiang Mai, I met a lot of travelers without insurance. And you know what? Here's this thing. I'm going to say this. There's a black lady. She went overseas to teach in Dubai. And she didn't have insurance. And she just fell of a stroke. And I think she's brain dead. And her brother, who's a military man in Fort Hood, Killeen, he flew over there and stayed with her for 2 weeks. But the thing is, in Dubai, they don't put people, they'll keep her on life support forever because they don't believe in that. They believe if she was to die, Muhammad would, of course. Like, they don't believe in that. Like, if you're in Dubai and your spouse is brain dead, they will not pull the plug. So he was on TV, basically begging money from Houston, Texas, because she was a principal in Houston, Texas before for like 18 years. You know, and she wanted to live and travel. So when she got to Dubai, she'd only been there like a year. And the school was like so devastated and sad. So they're raising money really for him just to basically medically transport her, because Dubai was not going to let her leave the country without it being like the transportation and the air and the everything, medevac basically. And then when he got her to America, he was going to like take her off life support. And he felt bad because he had to leave after 2 weeks of being there. And I was like, how horrible is that here's a guy who's in the military service, been in the military a long time, because he was not a young dude. Like, she's not young either. She's like her 40s. She's like that, you know, having a midlife crisis, go to Dubai kind of thing. And you can't even save your sister. You can't even save your sister. You can't even take your sister home. And to me, that is the power of money. Power of money is not so I can ball out and have cars and get a lot of bitches in Las Vegas and take them on jets and crap. It's so I can have the opportunity just in case something bad happens. Right? So I can have choices, so I can have options. And you guys may think I'm being over the top about the recession stuff, but at the end of the day, if you don't have, it's better to be in a position of having some money, some choices than not. And the funny thing, I'll tell you about a guy here in Austin. He went over to Vietnam, and he went to Thailand, Vietnam, and somewhere. All he had was like $500. Like, he had bought the plane ticket with his savings and had $500 to go over there for a month. When he came back, his truck, you know, they have those little locks on the truck where they put it up to your engine. He didn't pay his truck bill for 3 months, all this other stuff. So they were going to tow his truck. They had the little thing on it so you can't crank the car. And we were all like, why did you go to Vietnam for a month if all you had is $500 in your pocket? And he was just like, it's like that fear of missing out shit. It's fear of missing out. Their fear, everybody else their age is going to Thailand and Vietnam and doing all this fun stuff, and they're not. So they are entitled to go. And so, I mean, he's a cute looking white guy, but you're like, that's dumb. So when he came back, he ended up like driving some dude's truck from church, and eventually got another truck. Like literally, they came and took that other truck straight up. And he didn't pay his rent at the house he was staying at. And so they were like, dude, do we need to put your stuff in storage or what? He's like, I'll be back. And it's like, so you basically burned bridges with where you lived and didn't pay your truck payment. Also, you can have that experience to go to Thailand and Vietnam for a month. I'm all about living, but that don't make no sense to me, right? So, did you be me a hey Eric, exactly. I would love to travel between China and America. I love Jamaican food. Are you Jamaican? No, sir. And Andre Hatchett is Jamaican. But I just wanted some oxtail. Nobody has like I feel like I have to go to the store, and now I have to do this long process of making my own oxtail. You must get travel insurance. You don't know what the heck is wrong with folks. What was your experience like in Chiang Mai? Oh, hello. Do you speak French? I live in Paris. Oh no, I don't. I'm working on my Italian course though. That's all I'm working on. Like I used to want to go to Paris and go to Nice, France, like Nice, France, you know. But some of France climate is makes me a little nervous right now. Thank you for joining us from France. Yeah, can't win if you ain't playing the game. Love Dubai, love Paris. Oh, Cam's from New York. You know them NYC folk. They don't want to act right. Okay. It is. I mean, but the John Hill, the thing is, if he would have stayed for 2 more months, like his game plan was to go there and see how nice it was and then stay for like another month or 2 months. And we were talking to him, and it was just like, your truck is going to get towed. They're going to put all your stuff in storage at the house where all the guys rent a room. Like, what are you doing? I don't know what he ended up doing, but he ended up getting like a lot of GoFundMe from Houston, from where she used to be a principal. But here's my thing. If you're a teacher or you got these skills and you want to go teach overseas, it's a good gig. Just make sure you're prepared. That's all. You know. Oh my gosh. 90 Day Fiance. I love that show, even though I shouldn't love it. I don't watch the show. I watch people making fun of the show on YouTube. That's the best part. Like, I don't even watch the show. I watch commentary. There's like 2 guys who give commentary on the show because it's like funny. It's like, it's funny and it's sad. It's like, you want love so bad that you're willing to go to another country to get it. But then there's even the creepy dudes. It was like a creepy old white dude with like this 20-year-old Filipino girl who's very dark skinned. And she was like doing something in his car. He's like, don't touch anything. Just sit. And it's like, dude, listen here, Mr. Former Military Drill Sergeant. She's not a pet. She's a person. Like, if you think this 20-something-year-old girl is going to be with you because of you and you're weird, no, it's not happening. Same thing. There was one girl who was from Ukraine, and she wouldn't sleep with the dude. And the dude was like, well, you know, we're going to get married here in 90 days, so we should go ahead and sleep together. And she was like, I don't feel comfortable with you. And it was creepy. And it was like the cameras were in the room, too. I was like, this is creepy. This is like a little bit rapey. Like, this is gross. So, again. No, that's terrible. Older gent bought his Thai wife to Kentucky with nothing more than $200 in his pocket. That's at 60 years old. Again, what did I say? His life has been a series of, he got that way. Yeah, he got that way. Star Asia. Yes, fear of missing out will have your butt in debt and destitute. Pay your bills and live your life when you're done. You see that thing about there's so many girls who are going in debt, trying to have that Instagram life and travel and stuff. Now, if you're a woman, like, what's funny is I watch some of those people, the ones who actually are working good jobs, and they'll tell you what kind of job they have. They tell you how hard they're working. And then there's ones that, like, you don't know what they do for a living, and they just out there traveling all the time. Then you finally find out they're like living on credit cards. You're like, wow, that's crazy. Love Italy. John Hill, you can keep asking all day. That's cool. Anyway. That's right. Some people are not planners. I've dealt with people that make impulsive decisions and have the attitude that the Lord will provide. They always seem to suffer because failing to plan leads to failure. It really does. Really, there's no place I can see. I can't tell y'all how many emails I get from people saying, "Hey, Erica, I'm coming on a bus to Austin, Texas. How hard do you think it is gonna be for me to get a job?" Wait, you're coming on a bus now? You just gonna show up here? Prepare to work 3, 4, 5 jobs. You know what I mean? Till you get, because people that move here without a job, but they got credit cards, I'm not as worried about them. But people who were like, I'm on a mega bus coming here, like, yo, what are you doing? At least come here with the car. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Mike V, that's messed up. If you cross the ocean to be with somebody, you should be in a creepy situation. Some people love that weird stuff. John Hill, I'm trying to sponsor some of those women. Hey, those women are going to take y'all to the cleaners, and I love it. I love it. It cracks me up every time I see it. Like, there's a guy talking about, and I brought this up, and I know people get mad at me, but he was on O'Shea show, and he seemed like a nice guy, and something to me was wrong. If you're a 6'3" black guy and you can't seem to get women in America, something don't sound right, because any 6'3" man, let's be really honest, some women are super shallow about height. Even if you a loser and you 6'4", somebody will take you. So he was basically saying he really wasn't having a good time in America or getting the type of women he wanted, which one told me, okay, do you have any money to get the women you want? 1, and 2, you're 6'3", really? That don't sound right. Okay, 4, he was talking about studying for hours and hours, learning Portuguese and going on Tinder and talking to women all day and all night long and trying to connect relationships. And one woman, he was his girlfriend, and then he kept asking her, he said, I'm gonna come to Brazil. And she was like, no, I just want to come to America. And I said, bro, that's all she wanted. He's like, and then I finally broke up with her because it was just 3 months of her begging to come to America. I was like, dude, she didn't want you. You seem nice, but why she wants you to come? Why she want you in Brazil? She's trying to get out of there. So, I mean, some of that stuff drives me crazy because I'm like, if you put half that energy of all that Tinder and learning new languages to some actual work, you'd probably have $150,000 a year. Probably be killing it. Sachet, I just married a military guy. Congratulations. Stop, Maurice. Maurice Anderson said most Instagram models are selling. I told y'all about the Instagram model I met the other day for the dude I'm working with. Okay, well, I'll just leave it there. If you saw it on Instagram, I talked about it briefly because I'm supposed to be working with him for flipping a house. Well, we're not flipping the one house in South Austin. We're going to, they're both buy and hold, so they're still going to be repaired. We're working out the details. But I would say some of them Instagram models are selling time. Like you're in Vegas? I'll come stay with you. Or, I need a hotel, right? And my friend put me on to this like Marriott Rewards program where you can get like hotels, nice 4-star hotels for $39. It's like it just pops up in this, algorithm. And I was like, oh, if I was a dude and I was trying to get Instagram model, I'd be like, hey girl, yeah, I got you a hotel over here. For $39, I wouldn't tell her how much I got it for. I'd be like, I got you in the Marriott, girl. Top notch. She don't know. John, because that's not the day's topic of the show. That's what. Ask it on a day where we're talking about stocks, bonds, and internet money. And then you can talk about it. They looking for a come up. Hey, what about us 5'10" guys? Are you all discriminating? Oh, please. Listen, most women, the average woman in America is 5'4". Now, the average black woman is a little taller than that. Like, I'm 5'7", even though my friend's like, you're barely 5'6". I'm like, girl, I'm 5'7". Don't take away my height. And so when I go on dates with guys and some guy tells me he's, oh, yeah, girl, I'm 5'8", and then I get there and I'm a little bit taller than him, I'm like, Negro, don't do that. There's nothing wrong with being a short man, but you already know if you're a shorter man, even if you're 5'10", which is the average black dude, you need to have some skills. I mean, that's just as anybody, right? People want to get to know you, but it's like this. I hate to say this. My friend used to say the same thing. Nobody wants short guys or fat women. It just is what it is. It's the way society is. But you can be short, interesting guy. You can be short, muscular guy. 90% of the time when I'm in a crowd, the tall guy has no personality and the short guy does. So that's all I'm saying. Trent Davis, 6'4". He sounds like a simp. John Hill, I don't know what's up with homeboy. But when he was talking, it was like, oh, yeah, I'm not getting married. I'm like, one of these girls are going to get you in Brazil. You're going to marry them and be sympathy. Thank you. Exactly, Jabril. 5'10" and 6'1" in some of these countries for sure. It really is. Ooh, that's chocolate thunder. What? It's a risk for some women take just to have a better life. Yeah. There you go. Stand on your wallet. Again, there's a joke that this black conservative makes. Which one? It's two different black conservatives. It's not Thomas Howell, but it's the other guy. He makes a joke. He's like, the marketplace is the marketplace. He's like, is it wrong for old, bald, fat men to give young women money? You know, give them a chance. It's the American marketplace. And I just laugh because it's the truth. It's like, if it wasn't for money, would these young ladies be around this interesting older man? Like, every time I listen to, and I'm a page monitor for some people's man blogs or man YouTube channels, and a lot of the men are like, yeah, we age like wine, women age like milk, yeah. And I'm like, nah, bro, I seen a bunch of 40-year-old dudes, they look old as hell. Unless you got money, nobody is like, no one sexually is going, you know what I want? I want that old bald dude over there instead of this buff, viral, fit 27-year-old guy. Like, that just, it's a money thing. Just get over it. There you go, Maurice. Lies. 5'7" curly. Okay. Oh, he was broke, and that's why it sounds like he wasn't getting women. Like, I know, and it's like he was saying some woman that was his friend was mad at him for kept traveling to Brazil, and I said, you know what? She probably was going to give you a chance. You know, she probably was going to give you nerdy black guy a chance to chill out. Prince always got some good-looking women, Miss Monet. Jason Pickney, why? Thank you. Trent, I'm not even messing with you. He said fat women get play. I mean, here's the thing. What kind of play, though? Not quality. Like, not quality play. I see girls at church get married all the time, and I'd be like, really? Really, Lord? John Hill, man, you know, he did. Thank you. Mike B, true fact of the day. Both older men and women know it's time to break bed when they mess with younger folks. It just is. Like, you know, somebody said something the other day and I thought it was rude, but it was true. He was like, Jada Pinkett was somewhere. And yeah, Jada Pinkett is beautiful. She's still beautiful at 40 something years old, but she's not 20-year-old Jada Pinkett. Same woman, same face, just not. That's all. That's all. Winter is coming. Listen, you know what's funny is winter is coming. And I say this and people don't believe me. Hit the like button, please. That if you have a recession, there are going to be some women who, there was a nerdy guy that they were like, ugh, they going to be married up to him. Because there's a lot of people who, I mean, when you meet these people who are like, got their own place, got their own space, they just nice. Like right now at church, I'm going to say this, and people, if they watch my video, they're going to cuss me out later. There is several girls who are divorced jumping on these single dudes they're kind of socially awkward. They're not the best looking guy. But all of a sudden, these girls is getting with them. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, that wall's coming. That time's coming. Oh, they're tired of working, huh? Like, I mean, it's just, I can watch it and see. Like, there's one lady I know, she's in her 40s. All of a sudden, she jumped up and got married to somebody. And we're like, whoa, wait a minute. You weren't even dating people. Oh, you tired of working, huh? Like, I mean, it just, you can see the play 15 feet ahead of you, right? Or it's a lot of, like, there's one girl, she's got 4 kids and doesn't not have a nice attitude. Her husband left her. All of a sudden, she got this really nerdy guy who owns his own business and doesn't ever have a girlfriend to marry her. And everybody was like, you marrying this woman with 4 daughters and you single with no kids and you really don't have many girlfriends? Okay, we see what it is. Game, recognized game. Yolan Wesley. Yolan, what's up? I need a man 5'9" minimum. Listen, we all say what we want minimum, but you know, sometimes you take what you take. Her mom looked better. Jada Pinkett mom is like drinking youth serum or something. I don't know what. John Hill, shut up. John Hill said a lot of y'all women need at least this and gonna find out it's a lonely world. You know, it just is what it is. So we've been going for about 45 minutes. I'm waiting on my friend to come to this brewery. That's why I parked down here earlier, because you don't understand Austin traffic. If you don't get somewhere early, it don't even make no sense. But that's basically the show today. Is like, look, you can't get around. You need more money. You just can't get around it. And if you think sympathy is gonna get y'all, it's gonna get y'all some play, that just don't work, right? If you're a man, you want to come from a position of strength. Even if you're a woman, you don't want to be in a position of like, oh, I need somebody to help me pay these bills, so I gotta take this toad over here that I don't want to be with. That's make more money and solve some of those problems. Now, don't be all money solves everything. Money doesn't solve everything. You still need to have a social life. You still need to have a community. You still need to try, build friends and friendship and all that good stuff. But overall, like, you just can't get around need more money. And there's a book this guy wrote to my Need More Money. And people get mad at him for the title, but where did he lie? They're like, no, inflation. They want to blame everything but the fact that they possibly need more money. So Kim earlier in this stream talked about all the different certifications you can get. I'm still honoring for the next 24 hours. If you go see yesterday's video, I put the links actually in the comments. You can get the $50 off of it, 50 off the consult, 50 off the tax lien course, and almost 50 off the marijuana link. But you got to just click the link, and I'll email you as soon as I see it in the PayPal. PayPal alerts me, and I'll email you. So, but I couldn't make a cool coupon. So, anyway, but yeah, so that's all. Like, you need more money. That's all. So, Trent Davis, there you go. You starting something. I ain't messing with you today. El Ghost, that's true. El Ghost, that's true. Like, don't crack. Now, Asian don't crack either. There's a guy who's like famous because he's 52 and Asian, and he looks 32. Like, he don't have no gray hair. Like, he has like a 2 gray hair, but he's like, oh, look at you. So, thank you, Cam, for putting those in those links. But yeah, you hit those links, I will definitely see you. Any wealthy guys in the chat? Mind over matter. You know where you go. You know where you go. I'm gonna tell you something. A great secret. You go to the cigar lounges. Go to the cigar lounges. You go to the racetrack Formula One. You go. There's this other place here in Austin, and you go in there. Every man in there, lots of dollars. So I mean, but you got to figure out. Here's the thing. I always tell people, it's a trade-off. If you're gonna date a wealthy guy, he's gonna want you to be on his program. He ain't trying to hear that other shit. That's just all there is to it. Like, it depends on who you're dealing with. Now, people be calling Russell Wilson a simp. And I'm like, shit. Sierra knew what she saw. She saw the game. She was like, gonna get it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, are there some rich men who are very friendly with their money and their pocketbooks? Sure. But, like, at the end of the day, you want someone you vibe with. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Casino. Hey, that movie was spot on. Are you going to see Erica and Dre in Dallas? I hope so. July 28th. I hope to see you guys there. There's a lot of people who are going to be hanging out in the back of the room that you want to connect with, you want to talk to. I'm telling you. Go try Ritzy Expensive Hotel Bar. There's always sugar daddies at one of the bars here. I was going to say that, and then I caught myself. Because I'm like, I'm not going to say the name of the bar. But there's several of them here in Austin. You know what, Digital B Media, I don't think Russell Simmons is a simp. I think Russell Wilson is amazing. I think he's a great dude, a stand-up dude. I actually met him. If everybody knows this channel or you watch this channel long enough, the story is when I was at East Carolina University, they had a summer school program where I went to North Carolina State University, and I met Russell Wilson because he was in my summer class, and this was right before he became the football quarterback for NC State. And I saw him, I was like, this dude is so small. This is a tiny man. Who's making this guy quarterback? By the end of the summer, I'm not going to say he was on steroids, but I'm going to say that boy came to class and he looked so roided up, so juiced up. I mean, I just was like, that's steroids, right? like he looked like a whole nother person from when I first met him at first day of class, and they were like, oh, that's our quarterback. And I was like, him? That guy right there? And the end of the summer, he looked like just, wow, just... whoa, holy crap, it was crazy. So it's hard for me to even say he was 5'11", honestly. Like, he didn't even seem 5'11". And now I'm gonna be honest, there were other football players in the class that were super tall, so it may have distracted me from the height of how tall he really was. But when I saw him in person, I was like, and you know what happened? The first game he went to, he got knocked out, knocked unconscious, because he was not that tall. He really wasn't. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to get out of here. Russell Wilson is corny, but I like him. I think he's good people. All right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. 60 of you here, only 32 likes. Let's get those likes up. It'd be so helpful if you guys get those likes up. I'm getting ready to go into this brewery. It's been an hour. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a wonderful evening. Thick. Yeah, that's a good word for it. So, all right, you guys, holler.